Hello and welcome to this channel. Welcome to this podcast. It is Soccer Bites, powered by Ibom Heritage. Well, Soccer Bites has taken quite, a break, but now we are back with the World Cup edition. And it's great to be here as always. Mighty George, flanked by two gentlemen. Yes, as you can see, it's a West African affair, only that the one in the middle is not playing at the World Cup. God day, 2026 is our goal. But this young man, of course, to my right is, of course, a Nigerian, but a Black Stars of Ghana supporter for the purposes of the World Cup. He's an author, he's a sports enthusiast, he's an accountant, and he's right here in Doha, Qatar. Otobong Owa, great to have you.
Yeah, thank you, Mighty George. Great to be here too.
All right, Akwaba. Asana.
Yeah, of course. Akwaba to all of us.
And this here is a businessman, an entrepreneur, a sports enthusiast, and a very jolly good fellow. Emeka Michael is to my left. Emeka, how you doing? Welcome to this podcast.
Thank you, Mighty George.
All right, so guys, the World Cup is here. We are in Qatar. I'm not going to ask you why you're here. Obviously, you love football. You made it all the way from Nigeria, and you just want to enjoy it, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Sure.
same for you.
Sure.
Or you came to do business. America is a business man.
No, but business is part of the.
I'm telling you, of course, lots of businesses are being made, are thriving right here in Qatar. Just check out where we are, for instance. Part of over 10,000 housing units the Qataris have built, for the World Cup and even post World Cup as well. Would feature that in another podcast. But let us deal with the issue right now. 5 African representatives at the World Cup. 2 of them from West Africa, 1 from Central Africa, the other 2 from Northern Africa. I'm talking about Morocco, Tunisia, Cameroon, Senegal, and Ghana. As the big brother of West Africa, Nigeria,
And Africa.
and Africa, I'm going to be moderating this one. We are looking at the likely performance of the West African sides. Considering, Otobong, that Nigeria just said, let's take a break. Let's allow Ghana go. Ghana are yet to play, but Senegal, Emeka have played. We've seen what they can do. But many still think that Senegal still have, the biggest chance of flying the West African flag and even the whole of Africa's flag high. Let us come to you now, Emeka. In spite of that loss to the Netherlands, do you still think that Senegal are still the biggest team and have the best chance of, progressing at least from the group stage of this World Cup?
Yes, I'm so confident Senegal is going to progress. The next game is against Qatar, and after that, they play Morocco. It's 6 points.
That simple?
6 points, guaranteed 6 points.
Guaranteed 6 points.
Guaranteed 6 points.
What happened against the Netherlands?
I think it's just a bit of luck. Just a bit of luck against the Netherlands. Even the Netherlands actually, a couple of the players said it after the game, they were just lucky to win the game against Senegal. They were just
ill luck. Do you know when ill luck follows you? Nah, bad thing with that.
I know, I'm aware. It ends with the Netherlands.
Qatar lost their first game. They are under pressure to win the next game. Let's go to you, Tobo. Let's just, rejoin on this one. Let's talk about Senegal. Do you have a different view of why they lost?
I think clearly Senegal missed Sadio Mane, second best FIFA the best player. Clearly Africa's best by a mile, best African player the last 2 years, and I watched that match, and they conceded late in the match. It really showed that they missed Sadio Mane.
That means there's a problem with the Senegal.
Yeah, there's a problem. The spirit of the team is out. Sadio Mane is the spirit of the team. Yeah. Koulibaly is a strong member of the team, but he's not the spirit of the team. So I think they may need to bring Sadio Mane on stretcher to the authorities.
Can you imagine that? Okay, I wonder what the Senegalese who are watching this would say about that. So, Ghana have their own spirit intact, as well.
Yeah, Black Stars of Ghana. Wonderful opportunity for Ghana. The spirit of Ghana is intact, and the spirit is it's in Qatar. It will be live tomorrow. I'm talking about party after party, Thomas Party.
Okay.
And Ghana
That's
has
against Portugal.
yes against Portugal tomorrow.
That's a big one.
The biggest,
Top.
one of the top matches of the preliminary rounds, and I think the infusion of two great players into the Ghanaian team will be the X factor. We have Tariq Lamptey from Brighton and Hove, and we have Inaki Williams with a record of playing almost 3 seasons without injury in Spain. And of course, the Ayew brothers. Dede is past his prime, but is also part of the.
Is that not an issue? Should Dede, who is past his prime now, be leading this team?
Yeah, he will lead from the rear. Dede will lead from the rear. I think Jordan will be a starter. Dede will not likely be a starter. But this is a team that's been together for more than 6 years, apart from the infusion of Tariq Lamptey and Inaki Williams.
The team that eliminated Nigeria.
Yeah, and they have the spirit. They have everything going for them. Babarak, man. And when you look at the combination in the group H, I think, so you have Portugal. Clearly, Portugal is one of the favorites to take the competition, so we'll not be competing with Portugal. But I think we'll be competing fairly with Uruguay and South Korea.
Uruguay. You remember Suarez in the
So I'll just pass a comment in 1 minute. The Uruguayan team is a mix of old wine and new wine. So you have Nunes.
Is that not a good thing?
Yeah, you have Nunes. You have
Suarez.
No, Suarez is old. The Madrid player, the midfielder, Valverde, Federico Valverde. But you have a Diego Godin that is past his prime. You have a Luis Suarez that is past his prime.
So
you have a Bentancur that is in the middle. So I think
it wouldn't be an issue for Ghana.
No, my prediction: we lose to Portugal. We will defeat Uruguay, and surely we'll defeat South Korea. 6 points in the bag also.
Okay, both of you are the same. You're sounding so confident. But if we look at it, it looks like Senegal have an easier group to deal with than Ghana, right?
Yes. Clearly, they have an easy group to deal with.
So that makes them favorite to even go through. If there's any West African team that will go through the group stage,
I think it's Senegal.
But he doesn't agree.
He doesn't like
Senegal.
Senegal.
He doesn't like spineless. Senegal is spineless. No Sadio Mane.
Ghana is going to play Portugal. Clear favorites to win the trophy. He's still going to play Uruguay. Remember Suarez is still in the team.
Should that anger? Is that not to anger the Ghanaians?
No, it's not supposed to.
The
fear of Suarez. Suarez is still a factor.
Imagine George Iberitu. I watched Asamoah Gyan on Super Sports, and that penalty miss haunts Asamoah Gyan.
You think he should have been included?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he's far past his prime. So he's no more playing football.
He would have come to just fill up his space.
Yeah, someone's in the space for a young person. But I think the Ghanaian team is out to extract a very cold revenge on Uruguay for that penalty, for that goal miss and the penalty miss. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to see how that goes. As we expect Ghana to take on Portugal Friday. Senegal have their next game also against Qatar, and the big question remains: which of these two West African sides would do us proud? As we know, did make at least one of them go through. Atol now wins. We await, Senegal and how they fare as well. We await Cameroon, how they fare. We've already seen Tunisia and Morocco holding what's, drawing their games. Let's quickly talk about that, guys. The North African side are showing a point. So it's this initial graph.
There's always a problem with the North African style of football, especially outside Africa. Extremely defensive, somewhat boring.
Very defensive, yeah.
The West African teams are always very enterprising. They lose and they win, but you always enjoy the West African team. But the North Africans are always too tactical. The Tunisian game was too tactical. The game we just watched
Morocco
was also very tactical.
No less.
They just set the defense line, a hard midfield, and they refused to make progress.
But at least they didn't concede.
Yeah, but it's bad. I watched at the last World Cup, England versus Tunisia, and Tunisia just did not attack. They stayed at the center and they almost ran out with a goalless draw until things happened and England eventually won. So that's really, I don't see them going far. I think the hopes of Africa will rest on
Senegal.
On the Blacks. Senegal, Cameroon.
Not Ghana now, on Senegal.
The Black States of Ghana.
The hope of Africa is on Senegal.
It's on Nigeria. Don't listen to them. In 2026. All right, then we'll join
in Nigeria 2026.
Osimhen will be there. That would be Osimhen's
I just said they also qualify.
Osimhen will be 28 in 2026.
I hope
we're having more support from Africa.
Yes.
God forbid that Kenya will qualify.
And Nigeria will not qualify.
We in the build up to this Cup Qatar 2020, when we played with Ghana in the last leg of the qualifiers, when they gave us, everybody was happy. It's Ghana.
I don't think everybody was happy like that.
And the good thing was we are playing the second leg at home. So we feel no matter the result,
let me tell you,
when we play at home, that we are definitely going to
when we were giving Ghana.
What happened at the end?
Let's face facts. Ghana is no pushover, even though we call them our wives. But we knew that we were going to encounter trouble. But because we had the Arsenal, we had the players to do justice to it, and especially coming from the World Cup, Nations Cup, that let's say we flattered to deceive. Played a very good first round until we got shockingly knocked out by Tunisia. We felt that if we give Ecuador another chance, maybe he could do this. I mean, some of us felt, but unfortunately, it didn't happen.
I felt so
like that.
I felt so too.
Anyway, we're here in Qatar to support the African sides, and let's see how Cameroon fare against Switzerland, and of course how Ghana fare against Portugal, how Senegal will fare against Qatar in their next game. Keep it locked. We'll meet you in another podcast.
Aquaba.
What a rush.
What a rush.